Did you know that there's over 200 factors in Google's algorithm? So how do you optimize your website for all these 200 factors? That's a lot of work. Hey everyone, I'm Neil Patel, and today I'm going to break down the SEO checklist, how to fix all your SEO errors. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification. As I mentioned, there's over 200 factors in Google's algorithm. How do you optimize for all of them? How do you fix all your errors? That sounds overwhelming. That sounds like a lot of work. There must be an easier way, right? Well, there is. I want you to go to neilpatel.com/SEO analyzer, and you can see the URL here. Or if you're on the Neil Patel website, you can go to Tools and just click on SEO Analyzer. Or if you're on the home page, at the very bottom, there's a navigation called Tools. And again, click on SEO Analyzer. And what this is this is a simple free tool, and it's a free report. It'll break down all the errors that you need to fix to be compliant with Google. In essence, it's taking those 200 factors, putting them into one report, one tool, so then that way, when it analyzes your website, it already takes them all into account, so you don't actually have to manually create a checklist and go through them. This tool already has that checklist built in. So for this case, I'm going to put in my own website, neilpatel.com, and then click Analyze Website. And it takes some time to load. I've put in my website many times, so it's kind of cached. And if your website's cached and you want to rerun it, just click the Recrawl button right here, and it'll rerun your website. Also, as you fix your SEO errors, then you want to click Recrawl, and it checks your website all over again for those 200 factors. So once you put in your website and it loads, and depending on how large your website is it can finish within a minute or two, or it may end up taking up to 30 minutes if you have an extremely large website with thousands of pages. And you just want to give it time and let it go through your whole website to see how compliant you are with those 200 checkpoints, or more so checklist items, that Google has when it comes to their ranking factors. So as you can see here, it gives an overview of my website, my on-page SEO score, my monthly Google traffic, organic keywords, my backlinks, critical errors, warnings, recommendations. And it even breaks down things like site speed, because that's important. If you're in green, you're good to go. If you're not in green, you'll see either a yellow or orange or red checkbox here, and you just hover over the question mark and it'll tell you what it is and how to fix it. And again, you can see all the SEO issues. So I want you to scroll back up and then first start with the critical errors if you have any. If you don't, go to warnings. So I'm going to click on critical errors because I have some. And it'll say 28 pages with low word count. And again, if you're not sure what this is and how to fix it, just click on that. What is it and how to fix it? And I'll say, without enough text on a page, Google will have trouble understanding what the content is about. If Google doesn't know what the content is about, it won't be able to rank your content for the search terms you are targeting. By adding more text, you are telling Google's crawlers and your end users more about what is that you have to offer. Anything less than a few hundred words is considered thin content and will be nearly impossible to rank. So how do you fix it? Add more content to the page so that isn't considered thin content and has a better chance of ranking. In general, the average web page that ranks on page 1 of Google contains 2,200 words. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to put 2,200 words. And your website, you'll have some pages with thin content. So let's see which pages are thin content on my site. As I mentioned, you'll have some pages with thin content. This right here is my contact page. If I load this up, you can see right here, this is my contact page in Spanish. Of course, most contact pages don't have tons of words, so it's okay to have a page with thin content here and there. This is my contact page in Italian. This is my blog page, my blog overview page, where you can just continually find more blog pages, right? Pagination, when you go to like a blog and it just has a list of articles. There's not a ton of content on that page unless you click through on an article. This is my home page in Spanish. I can probably do a better job of adding text there. This is my A/B testing calculator page, which is a tool on A/B testing. It's not going to have many keywords, and it just doesn't make sense for this page too. But as I mentioned, some pages shouldn't have a lot of words. Some pages should. My training page, I can probably add way more words to it. Contact page in German, not so much. A/B testing tool page in German, again, not so much. So as I mentioned, some pages will, some pages won't. This is my about page in Portuguese. I can do a lot better job of adding text there because a lot of people in Brazil are looking for more information about my company. I can add testimonials, reviews, case studies, and I can actually beef up the word count there, which would probably also help with conversions as well. So I want you to go through each SEO issue, and once you fix them, click back to SEO issues, and you'll see, all your errors where you can focus on the critical ones first. And I have 17 pages with duplicate meta descriptions. Again, 3 pages that have Neil Patel as an author, entrepreneur, marketer, blogger. He enjoys helping small businesses grow by using innovative marketing techniques. This is a German page. I probably shouldn't be using an English meta description on a German page. I need to fix that. About page in English is fine. About page in Spanish, shouldn't be using that because in Spanish, people really can't read that. I need to fix that and make it in Spanish, or at least translate it. Here's another one. Do you want to get in touch with me? Just fill out the form below. This must be for my contact page. I shouldn't be using that meta description in Italian. That's English. Terrible user experience. So as you can see here, if I kept doing this for all my pages, I have some work to do. Here's another one. Want to learn more about SEO, digital marketing, conversion optimization, e-commerce, or even how to generate more sales? Check out Neil Patel's marketing blog. And these page 3, 4, 34, etc. I probably should use rel canonical or block them off from Google. More so use rel canonical, and that'll solve that problem. So as you can see, I have a lot of work to do here with fixing my meta descriptions and making sure there's no duplicate. Same with title, right? Let's say blog, Neil Patel's digital marketing blog. I should be using, and you should if you have this issue, rel canonical with all your blog pages. Here's another one, Neil Patel helping you succeed with online marketing. This is the Italian homepage. I shouldn't be using an English-based title tag. I need to fix that. And once you do this with all your errors, your critical and your warnings, fix the ones that make sense. Sometimes not all of them make sense. And when you do that and you fix them, then you'll want to go back to SEO report and then just click Recrawl website. That's it. If you do that, you'll get your on-page SEO score closer to 100. The general rule of thumb, anything 90 and above is amazing. Anything 80 and above is not too bad. Anything below that, you should work on continually improving. And you need to keep doing this, and I recommend at least once a month. And the reason being is as you publish new content, you keep changing your website. As your business grows, you add more employees. You continually release new SEO errors. And on top of that, Google's algorithm changes roughly 8, 9+ times a day. And things change. So we're continually adapting this SEO Analyzer every time Google's making big algorithm updates. So then that way you have a fresh, updated list of things that you need to fix. And this is the easiest way to do your SEO checklist because instead of keeping track of each element, as Google adapts, this tool adapts with it as well. So all you want to continually do is just rerun your website and just make sure you're up to date. And as you fix your SEO errors, just make sure you click the Recrawl website, and what that does is recrawls your whole website just to make sure that you fix things in the correct way. Now, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'll answer them and help you out. If you enjoy the video, like it, share it, tell other people about it. If you just want my team to do all this for you and handle your SEO, check out my ad agency, Neil Patel Digital. Thank you.